Hey guys, I'm back. Look, two for one today. Gotta play catch up. All right, so I was supposed to make a weekly analysis for you guys. We was gonna wrap it into the other video, but PC died, and I'm back. So let's do analysis. Let's do some mindset, right? The analysis for the market. Matter of fact, let's do that second. Cause I'm gonna show y'all something. We're gonna start with the whiteboard, so I ain't gotta bring it back up. Everybody knows there's different types of traders, right? You gotta make it simple. There's typically three moves in the market. Sorry, not three moves. It's how would I say? It's like I call them fractals. I call them fractals, but there's like it's like two makes a trend, three is confirmation. But the market itself likes to work in threes, right? So typically you got three different types of traders. You got your scalpers, you got your intraday, my bad, but and then you got your swing traders, right? Depending on your habits, that's where you're gonna be. Scalpers typically hold for minutes to hours, if not seconds, depending on if they a scary ass nigga or not, right? And once they transform into non scary ass people, they might be more intraday. I was never naturally a scary ass person. So I was always naturally intraday anyway. But as I've progressed in my journey, I've turned into more of an intraday swing. But my outlook on the market was always an intraday swing, right? I would intraday the trades, and then my outlook would come from the swing, the higher time frames, right? But how do you get your habits to, you got to have the habit of holding for a longer period of time in order to even get to the mindset of being a swing trader, because at some point you're gonna have to risk it. At some point, you're gonna have to take it to the next level. Fail or not, succeed or not. You know what I'm talking about? So that gotta be in your habits. Intraday is a good place to be. Honestly, I feel like if you're not a swing trader, then everyone should be more intraday. But 90% of traders are scalpers because they don't believe in their setups. They don't understand that just like we got habits, the market got habits. Just like we got patterns, the market got patterns. You know what I'm talking about? Scalpers. There's some scalpers that do amazing, but just like basketball, soccer, actors, actresses, there's people that get their name known, and there's niggas that's just that occupation. And when it comes to day trading itself is nothing more than a 9 to 5. So it's like, let's take, say, the last few days. I haven't even traded with everybody. Like I've traded independently, but I haven't traded with everybody. But I haven't really made nothing this week, right? That's the point of day trading. If you don't go to work, you're not gonna make no money trading. You gotta physically kick your button all the time, unless you fit into one of these categories of more intraday swing. But even then, eventually, you gotta click that button again, unless you put that money into a long-term asset class. But that's a whole other video. There's so much to talk about. So, in order to even be considered a trader, you already gotta be at a point to where you believe in investing your money. And there's a lot of traders that don't have investment accounts. They don't believe in investing their money. So, and that's the easiest side of it. All they gotta do is sit their money there and let that shit cook, whether it's up or down. And when it comes to investments, if you're not gonna hold it for 10 years, you shouldn't even hold it for 10 minutes. So it's like everyone that gets into investing at some point in the 10-year period, at some point in the decade, is gonna be an L. But what's gonna make you a habit of being a loser, and what's gonna have you to have of being a winner is your habits. You get scared when you see red, you gonna pull. But really, you should invest anyway because assets run this entire world. Assets the reason y'all alive. Assets the reason I'm alive. Assets the whole reason the world even get to run because employers have assets. The employers are the asset. And investing in assets is your way of hiring the employer. So if you don't even believe in investing your money, you was never gonna be a good trader anyway because you missing the first step. Just taking the first step, just letting it cook. You just gotta sit it there. You don't require no skill set. You just put your money there, invest it in something, Roth IRA, get you something tech, anything tech. Don't even fucking matter. Just tech or dividends. That's what I do. Tech or dividends, heavy tech or dividends. That's all I fucking do. And I didn't shit. That shit happened with Merrill Lynch top of the year. Even when they ended the relationship with me, I had accounts with them for 11 years. I didn't even get rich off trading until I was like 23, 24. So 11 years, I would have to be like 18, 19. But I already was on that step. I was already on that step of investing, investing, make money while I sleep. My first investment, I think I put $300 in like Fidelity in Tesla. This was before all the splits and shit. But then it's just like it just take you one time to make money passively in order for it to change your shit, change your whole life, change your whole mindset. And that's why I was saying in the other video, once you get to a point to where, how do you say, it, you just get to a point that you get so much education to where you could tell when people are educated. Like I'm a person to where even up until last week, even up until a minute ago, an hour ago, a second ago. Oh, see, you just changed it just a second. Because even then, I almost called somebody fucking stupid. I used to think people stupid because they didn't see the way I see things, but they just ain't even. They just ignorant because they ain't got enough knowledge to even see why I'm seeing it that way. I used to date this one dude. I used to be that way. I used to be like, oh, okay, let's agree to disagree. That nigga couldn't stand that shit. But why would agree and disagree rather your feathers disrupt your spirit? Because he had to be right. But that's some shit that's within him. And not being able to trade is some shit that's within everybody else because traders naturally know it's like, all right, do I want to look fucking stupid? No, but is this what it has to take? It must be what I gotta go through in order to get to it because like I said, at some point it go from I'm taking 100 people to 100K with $100 to I took 100 people to 100K with $100. Because if you was able to make that leap without me, you would already did it. Even my mom, my grandma, my aunties, my uncle, everybody related to me. People I run into that I'm friends with, everybody got the same opportunity. Everybody gets the same 24 hours, and I try to make the most of my 24 hours every time. I always try to make the most of my 24 hours because I don't think I want to live until I'm 1,000 years old because I didn't already figure it out. Success leaves clues. Some people don't pick up the clues. The market works in threes, sets of threes, and there's only three different types of traders, but then there's two things you buying. When you invest in, there's only one thing you doing. You buying, bro. But when you trade in, there's two things. You could buy or you could sell. But it's all gonna depend on your habits. Yo habits. Do you have a habit of buying? Do you have a habit of selling? Do you have a habit of investing? Do you understand wins? Do you understand losses? Is you doing that self analogy? Do you understand your schedule? Do you understand how important time is? There's market structure of the market. There's so many different ways you could go through it, but it's all based off habit. So if you got a habit of needing the money, you're gonna more be a scalper. If you got a habit to needing the money but wanting the money by Friday, you're gonna be more interested. And if you got a habit to I could get that shit monthly, I could get that shit quarterly, I could get that shit semi-annually, annually, you gonna do more swing and you gonna do more outrageous stuff. The only reason I do crazy trades is because I'm willing to take that risk. In order to get to 65K, 100K, 250K, 500K, a million plus, eight figures, come on, bro. You gonna have to pass up some numbers. So that trade in July specifically, that trade in October, that trade in November, that trade shit last week, 2 weeks ago with crypto futures. There was a couple no's before the yes, but $500 worth of no's became $7,000 worth of yeses, right? $1,000 worth of no's in July ended up being like 75K worth of yeses in 3 days. I could have pulled it at 75. I pulled at 65. But before you get to 65, you gotta pass up 10,000, 20,000, 15,000, 9,000, 5,000, 3,000, 1,000. Some of y'all wouldn't even get to 65K because you pulled at 1,000. That's your habit. Your habit gonna tell me exactly who you are. People tell me what they not. It don't matter what you not is gonna pay. You know why? Because I'm a trader. I make. I make money out of thin fucking air. The guy, I wasn't even teaching. God gave me the bread. God's like, "Oh, you're not teaching? You want some bread, baby?" Yes, 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 God, I do. I want some. That I'm gonna put it to get used. I'm either gonna invest it in the market, or I'm gonna invest it into people. There's not somebody that can say that they didn't talk to me and I ain't helped them in one way or another. Whether it's giving them knowledge, bread, opportunity, ideas, cussing them the fuck out, straightening their attitude, any of it. There's not one person in this world that that has come into my realm of anything, my ecosystem, my business, my life. Knowing me, my daughter, anybody, ran into me on the street, checked me out at the store. I ain't there's no way I done made their day one better, not better. I've never had gave somebody a bad day unless you was like an ex. And even then, even my enemies love me, bro. So so that's where I am. Your habit's gonna tell everything. I got a habit of being an asset in people's lives, right? I have a habit of meeting the best for people. I got a habit of not asking for shit. I got a habit of trying to open people's mind. I got a habit of swinging for the fences. I don't. But different habits is gonna take you different places because before I got the habit that I have now, my habit before was the intraday habit. It was an intraday habit, right? I needed that money. I needed that money, bro. I wasn't rich yet. I needed that money. But I was never a good scalper because that's just something that wasn't meant for me. It didn't make sense anyway. Because when you enter the market, you enter at a loss anyway. You might enter, negative. If you depending on your lot size, you might be entering negative type shit, entering positive. But it all depends. So you got to be okay with not knowing. And with trading, the market's buy or sell. But when you understand where you are in the market, it's really just one thing. And that's the difference between me and a lot of people. I used to hate when I couldn't do shit too. I promise you I did. But I ain't never, 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 never been no hater. I ain't never, 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 nothing. Nothing. Because if you could do it, you would do it. Because I wanted to do it and I do it. And I did it. And I keep doing it. And I don't know why I keep doing it. I don't know why. But my habits is the only thing that I know. I never know how long it's gonna take. You never know how long someone's gonna take in the market. Even when Maryland shut down those accounts, I had assets for 11 years. If you wouldn't hold it for 10 years, you should hold it for 10 minutes. So your habits gotta align with the person you want to be, if that makes sense. You know, the dollar got a habit of going down, going into this next the market is still a buy, right? The market is still a buy, but you gotta understand your habits. Everybody, when it comes to this market, and I'm gonna show y'all, I gotta look at something real quick. But every how do you say? People always see these big ass moves in the market and it's just like, oh, I'm gonna catch that, I'm gonna catch that. But guess what? If you got a habit of not catching it, I'm gonna tell you what you finna do. You not finna get it. Cause you gonna be content with your $100. You never gonna push it to the limits. And even then, when we float in $500,000 in the account, you could take it, but it's gonna come to a point to where even the growth, even though I'm building with y'all, because I'm only gonna do this shit one time. Fuck some of y'all. Y'all gotta understand, y'all wasn't even rich. Some of y'all wasn't even rich. Y'all, first off, I know 100% some of y'all ain't doing, 99% of y'all are not doing what I'm doing. 99%. But I can't say some of y'all didn't have money before me because y'all got money doing different shit. Because that's y'all habits, you know. But I can 100% say ain't nobody doing that kind of shit that I'm doing unless I talk them some way, one way or another. Because my habits gonna show in people. People see people do shit, different shit. It automatically they like, oh, that's Naomi. Yes, because my habits been the same since 2019. I'm a very habitual person, right? But different habits is gems for different seasons. My season to where I made my first million, my habits was different. I was intradaying. I was taking it more. But I've always been a heavy risk trader. I love risk. Put me in the trenches. I'm gonna dig my way out. I love that kind of shit. You're not the same as me if you don't like that kind of shit, and it's gonna take you longer to get where you are if if you if you take less risk, right? I was talking with my friends yesterday, and I was talking about shit mindset. I want to do more mindset with y'all because it's at some point it's going to come to when we grow in these accounts. So y'all not gonna be able to keep up. Y'all not even gonna have the mindset to throw no 20 lots, 10 lots, 5 lots, 30 lots, 100 lots. Y'all can't do that. Y'all ain't got the mindset for it because you never done it before. There's gonna be some points to where, and that's what I'm saying, in the account flip, you're not gonna be able to keep up because some of y'all can't even keep up right now. And we losing. It should be the easiest time to keep up. You just gotta fix your fucking face, like your mama said, like my mama said. She gotta fix your fucking face. Because the show go on. The show was going on before y'all came. But I never told nobody. That's why I wanted to explain in the last video because I ain't even know what the fuck to say. Some of y'all, most of y'all is new followers and shit. So it's not like it mattered. It's not like we not gonna make the money if y'all not here. Y'all just gonna be, oh, can you start? Oh, bitch, no. Fuck you. Lazy bitch. Loser bitch. Quitting bitch. Come on now. Get out of here. I only want resilient people, bro. Because it only take one time. I remember I was trading with this dude and over the summer, bro. I already told y'all. I was funding his accounts. His downside was nothing. His downside was fucking nothing. People on this 30-day free trial, y'all downside nothing. You still being a bitch. Shut the fuck up. You weak ass bitch. Come on now. Your downside nothing on a free trial. His downside was nothing trading with me. I was funding his fucking accounts and I was calling the trades. I was trading with that nigga. Nigga still got 100K. And I ain't even stopped. That's just one trade. Those 3 days. Those 3 days. Since 6 months ago, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You know how much money we made in 6 months? But he couldn't keep up for 3 days. So of course, 6 months later, he ain't got that shit. Come on now. Come on now. That his habits wouldn't allow him to get that shit. But that's how y'all is. That's all. I mean, I can only show y'all my habits. I can't, I'm not, bro, all my 20s, I used to try to be, I'm very understanding. I'm very understanding. I swear to you, I am. I'm a little rude sometimes because I don't like stupid shit. Come on now. Some of the shit y'all asked, y'all could have figured out for yourself. But I'm very understanding. And it's just like, but the one thing I don't understand is people that's scary. Stop being fucking scared. Like I knew when I was at the bottom, I was at the bottom, bro. Okay, it was only up to go. I already knew. I learned to trade from a fucking book. Naked Forex. I know y'all finna ask. Naked Forex. I always tell people, I talk, bro. I talk. Y'all not fucking listening. I learned how to trade from a book, and then I get wicked ass niggas. They be like, "Oh, this course is too hard, bitch. Come on, bro. I learned how to read from a book. And you don't want to watch a video course. You gotta understand my perspective on that. Especially when I just told y'all about my childhood. Y'all got it easier than you think. But traders that started before me, church and shit, I was probably like the last little slide in class. Like, ooh, you know, we got dogs in us, bro. Niggas that was trading, there wasn't the internet. They was trading with dots and shit. Come on now. They got the dog in them. They figured it out. Some of y'all don't want to figure it out. Some of y'all just want to make money. And I get it. I get it, bro. But trading is like, I would say I put this on the spectrum of being a doctor and being an engineer. And I ain't never wanted to be a doctor or an engineer. I'm squeamish and fuck. I don't even know what engineers do for it, but I just look, that's how far off the spectrum it is for me. But I put it on that spectrum because I ain't gonna never go to no doctor engineer, but like, hey man, hey buddy, can you put me on? I lost my job. Can you shut the fuck up? Come on, bro. Now that I said it out loud, do you understand how stupid that's why I be looking at some people stupid. You gotta love this shit. Not even love it. You gotta love the journey. Cause you finna lose. I'm 8 years in and I'm losing in front of people that ain't accomplished what I've accomplished in these markets. But that's what happened. That's what happens, bro. But then it go to a point to where you win, and then you win, and then you win, and then you win, and then you big win, big. And then I was like, I knew it. Bitch, shut the fuck up talking to me, bro. Come on, bro. That's why I keep saying you won't win away for everybody thinking they believed in you. They just missed the opportunity. That nigga I was training with, that nigga, he did always believe in me, genuinely. Yes, he knew it was gonna happen. He knew what time it was. He knew what time it was, bro. But it be upsetting me when people ain't got that same belief in them because you couldn't accomplish anything you want in life. You just gotta change your fucking habits. So you're not even saying you can't do it. You just unwilling to change your habits and like I can't do it because all I heard was I can't do it because I don't want to change my habits. That's all I fucking heard. I can't do it because I don't want to change my habits. I can't do it because I want to be a loser. I can't do it because I love struggling. I love struggling. I don't want to do it. I don't want to change my habits. I love struggling too much. All right, bitch, and leave me the fuck alone. When I see you having fun too much and you over here watching TV, you chatting about the Bachelorette, about every game, but then you come to me like, oh, I need help with my bit. You better go ask the Bachelorette because niggas. they don't want the help until they need it. They don't want to build the ark until it's flooding, but they want a seat on the boat. But I'll let you drown. But I'll leave your ass in the water. I'm gonna be fucked up. Be fucked up. I leave you in the water. I don't be going to no doctor friends, engineer friends, talking about son. Can you put me on, friend? Bitch, I gotta go to med school. Bitch, I gotta go to engineer school. But these markets, you got an advantage. You just going to trade school. If you don't want to pay for trade school, don't worry. You still going to trade school. You just gonna pay the fucking market. It don't matter. But I had enough common sense as a new trader to understand I ain't had no fucking money and I shut the fuck up and turned on YouTube. So so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk on YouTube more. I'm gonna give y'all some more mindset because I ain't finna keep talking about strategy and shit like that. You know, you want my help on that side, then just get your ass in there. If you gotta use the common sense enough to go on the side, get your ass in there. Because if you can't even use common sense enough to go outside, get your ass in there, then I should be the least thing on your fucking mind. I promise you that one. Cause now we see why I'm so black and white on a lot of different aspects. Why I'm so boom, common sense. I done had common sense since I was 6 years old. I don't understand. Oh, I'm gonna quit. Like, what's I'm gonna quit? What is that? What is that? All that means is I would have been serving tables. I would have still been serving tables. I wouldn't have been chilling in the house for the last few days dealing with shit. I would have been at work dealing with shit. You know what I'm talking about? People call me, what you doing? Standing here. I don't know. There's a lot of shit going on, you know? But guess what? Even going through shit, at least it's gonna be better because the money gonna be made faster in the market. It's gonna be made faster in the market, and you can build it higher in the market. You ain't even gotta quit your job if you want to quit. 'Cause I know some of y'all don't want to fucking quit, but eventually you gonna get so far to where what the fucking point is there? Because no, like you got one time to tell me something, manager, and you look at me crazy. You come in with a bad attitude, bitch. I'm gone. I'm gone. That's how I always been. I was like before I even had money. So you thinking I'm finna work? And have no, that's not my mindset. That's not my habit. All right, so let's look at this market real quick. Close it. Share screen. All right, so we should be seeing trading view. If not, this is recording, so I'm not gonna know anyway. But hopefully, it's showing trading view. As far as the dollar itself has been getting held down since top of the year. But it's really been getting held down in life since before time because it's not the fact that everybody gotta think the market working waves, yada yada yada. But there's multiple time frames to look at and every single time frame got to align, right? The dollar itself is showing that it hasn't had any strength since the top of the year. But when you look at that, even most recently, the highest the dollar was November 20th, right? And if the market works in a series of lower lows and lower highs when it's a downtrend, then I have to assume until this trend is broken that the dollar is still in a downtrend. But the one thing that is the issue is Forex is doing well, right? It's just a matter of the volatility and timing in Forex. And we're starting with a smaller account. So you just got to have that patient aspect of everything, right? Which is fine. Just a little, you getting hit with some pennies before somebody throw a dollar at your ass, basically. So crypto getting held down, that don't make sense to me because crypto technically is an asset. You got all the other assets in the air. Fucking indices, tech sector, Nasdaq, Dow, SPX, got them in the air. You got Forex in the air, but crypto getting manipulated. Crypto getting manipulated. But as investors, it's good because we just invest more money into it. But as a trader, get my ass kicked over here in crypto, and I haven't even been trading Forex this week yet. But crypto getting manipulated, but I gotta swing with punches because there's nothing that I would change about anything. Like if I wouldn't completely change my bias then you know, then there's no reason for nothing to me. It's black and white, buy, sell. If I want to switch to a buy, then it's a sell. If I want to switch to a sell, it's a, it's whatever it is at that moment in time. But the market, the way I trade strictly technical analysis. I'm not using fundamentals. Like I understand fundamentals and shit like that along the journey, but it's not necessary for me because the market gonna tell you when on technicals, and then the fundamentals is the gas, right? It's just Right now, I see in crypto, it wants to go down a little further. But if you understand the way assets work, then waiting for the trade is easy. As a trader, all you gotta do is wait for the trade. You just gotta wait for it to be ready for you, and then you enter based off of you waiting for the entry to get there. So we at a point of waiting. Like I've only been back 45 days. Else for 45 days, but what's that gonna look like if shit I hit that 100K for a lot of people in a matter of hours, days, weeks. Some of them ain't never had 100K in their life, right? But that's nothing to me. I'm giving my shit away, right? I ain't got no choice but to be okay with timing because this is what I actually do. Like I don't have the luxury of approaching the market as like a hobby, like a lot of people, and I don't understand approaching it as a hobby because you're gonna end up missing a lot of shit when you leave and come back and leave and come back and leave and come back, right? Gold, we already been in gold. We already been in gold all since top of November, bro. We've been buying since like 3,800, right? But excuse me, but because we've been blowing accounts, we ain't have the luxury of enjoying the entirety of gold, right? The entirety of gold. So we've been buying since hang on all the way over here. It's like eventually you're gonna have to come to a point to where it's like, oh my God, look at that move to oh my God, look at how much money I made from that move. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was in that I mean like 250K, 500K, 10K, 3K. You know, that's what I talk. That's how I speak. I could tell you what I made in this move looking at the chart and shit because I was in it. Eventually, you're gonna have to get a habit of being in it. Not, oh, I took 100 pips there and $100 there and $20 there and 30. Fuck all that. That's not enough for me. They don't do nothing but maybe gotta come fucking back. If I gotta come back, it's not worth it. That's the nigga I was trading with. Nigga never traded me again, still got 100K. But he found out and niggas took time off. He's like, what you want me to say? You was right. You didn't have to tell me I was right. I already knew I was right. But I'm right with a lot of people. I'm always right. I don't want to get into the habit of taking other people's advice because my advice is so profitable. Even shit, even when it's losing. Because I know it's not me. I know it's the market manipulating and I ain't got no choice but to wait. I'm happy with that. I'm happy waiting because you only take one time to change your life, and then you just keep hitting it over and over and over and over again. Then you hit a crazy run, like the run I hit in fucking 2020 going into 2021. That's what this market remind me of. This crypto market remind me of 2020 going to 2021, to where it's like if you're not in it, it's real quiet and it's just sweet and it's fast. I turned 700 into 750K between November of 2020 going, no. Oh, yeah. November 2020 going into that May of 2021. But we was working on the DeFi markets and stuff like that, right? But it's still the same thing. That's why I go across asset classes effortlessly, options, futures, and crypto futures, trading, FX, all of it. So that's what I'm saying. I got a habit of being in shit. So I know what it's gonna take to be in this. I know what it's gonna take to be in this. And we just gotta survive the manipulation. We gotta survive manipulation along the way. So that's where I'm at. I'm ready to get back. So other than that, I see y'all in there. And y'all can leave feedback below if you want. If y'all like these mindset ones better, because I gotta find a way throughout the week or throughout the month, throughout the year to give back more than I do. But I'm not free either. You know, I'm not gonna entertain y'all for free. So when it comes to the signals, the 30-day, I'm still gonna leave it as a 30-day free trial because I only took a few days off. So it's like, okay, it's still oh, free trial. I don't be giving free trials, you know? So it's like the people that's for me. People that think I mean, they think I mean, the people that get inspired and can be awoken with just seeing how fast money come to them or has been taken away from them or just being curious enough to even experience the experience, then those are people that's me. I want to do it with me. I don't want to do it with nobody that's a fucking retard. I want to do it with that. Sorry if that offend people, but I don't. Got enough retarded people in my life. I don't want to do no more extra ones. Unfortunately. Not even if you pay me. You know, you gotta already have that mindset. You already gotta be that dog. You already gotta be relentless. You already gotta have fucking common sense because this shit, they're trading harder than common sense. So you ain't even got common sense, bitch. I don't even fuck tell you. I don't even fucking know. I don't even know, bro. But yeah, y'all can let me know how y'all feel about the mindset videos. And if you say something crazy, you already know what's coming. Don't give a fuck. We're just gonna look at you. Honestly, I ain't gonna say nothing. Fuck you, weak ass nigga. So yeah, that's it. That's it. I'll see y'all inside. Shit.